Hi, I'm Greg Sargent. I write the Plum blog for WhoRunsGov.com, and I'm here to bring you what I consider to be the top 5 online journalism stories of the year. Why am I bringing these to you? Because I have a desire to be mercilessly flayed by everyone in the blogosphere who thinks I'm full of it. In all seriousness, taking this in chronological order, the first major online story of the year, the release of the torture documents. It was extraordinary how quickly bloggers and online journalists combed through those documents and found the news in them. Repeatedly, the mainstream news orgs took their cues from what the bloggers uncovered out of these documents. Then the story even got hotter online on both sides when Cheney called for the release of documents that he said would support his case. All in all, a great journalism performance online. The next great online story, in my view, came in the summer with the flaring up of the big town hall wars of August. No one expected a big story like that in sleepy August, but online both sides went nuts with the tale, ferreting out little nuggets from town halls in obscure places and quickly taking the news national. The story was perfectly suited to the medium of the blogosphere, with video, screen grabs, photos going viral in a minute. It was only after the political parties started to grab it as an issue that it really punched through into the mainstream media consciousness. Another major story online this year, the controversy over birtherism. And both sides contributed to this tale, although each side would probably say the other one wasn't contributing very much of value. On the left, it was extraordinary how quickly the bloggers managed to hang the birthers around the necks of mainstream Republicans, with amateur video artists forcing Republicans to comment on whether they believed that the President of the United States was legitimately born in the United States. And there's no denying that this was a pretty big moment for the right-wing media too online, because, hey, would anyone have even seriously entertained the idea that Obama isn't legitimately president if it weren't for them putting it on the map? The fourth big story online, the war over the public option. Few people even knew what the public option was before the left started pushing it online with everything it had. Democrats wanted them to shut up and go away, but they didn't, and little by little, it literally took over the entire debate. Would not have happened if it weren't for the left-wing media online. And yeah, the public option looks like it's out of the bill, but if the left hadn't turned the public option into a major target for anti-reform folks, they would have gone after other provisions, and the bill would have been weaker than it is today. And finally, the fifth major story online, the huge war on the left over whether the Senate bill is worth passing or whether it had been watered down so badly that it should be quote-unquote killed, as Howard Dean called for. The debate over the merits and demerits of this bill online was just extraordinary. It showed a level of policy knowledge and nuance that was only available online. You couldn't find anything remotely like it being pushed by the mainstream news organizations or pundits. For all its flaws, the world of online journalism proved conclusively that it was able to make the transition from covering a campaign to covering government and covering policy. And if there's one thing that's clear about the online journalism world's performance in 2009, it's that they have no intention whatsoever of functioning merely as a partisan strike force on Obama's behalf.